recap April 10th. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment below for your reactions and thoughts to either the night itself or to my comments. Where do I even begin? Wow. So if you watched my previous videos of Raw After Mania and or the power rankings of the week that was last week, you'll know that number one on my list was the story creators, the person in the gorilla seat, Triple H and or Vince McMahon. How poor I felt Raw was last week and how great I thought SmackDown was this past Friday night. Let's make it 2 in a row consecutive. Not Raw was negative, but boy, Raw was great. Holy cow. There's so much to dissect. Now, I want to start with what really started turning my attention. Like, okay, one good segment, two possibly good segments. We'll get to those in a second. Bronson Reed and Bobby Lashley. That was a phenomenal setup to what's going to hopefully be a WrestleMania Backlash type of match. Story, drama, the no finish, all of it put together was great. Bobby not being able to latch in the full Nelson on Bronson Reed, and every time he thought, okay, he's going to go for the pin here and just get the victory without the tap out. No, something totally different happened. I loved that match, and that's what sort of like piqued my eyebrows. Like, honestly, tonight's getting pretty good. So where does it all begin? Rey Mysterio shows up, heavy heat, heavy booze, heavy heat by Dominic. This is now a couple of nights in a row where he is getting next level heat. And go back to once again what I said in previous episodes. It's, do you get a reaction? And boy, Dominic's getting a reaction. Now, did he fumble up some of his promo? Yes. Did it hurt him one bit? I don't think so. I really don't. Bring the storyline out some. And you got Finn Balor with a dirty victory over Rey Mysterio. Good opening start. Felt like it went the way it should have been. Next comes the women's match, and Lita has been brutally assaulted. Fast forward to their match, and Trish Stratus steps in to be the big helper and for the tag titles, where she ultimately takes the loss. So we have new tag team champions, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, which I think is the smart move to do, because you have these Hall of Famers who are just there for moments to help transition some storylines, get through Mania, and just help tell a short story. They weren't the long-term solution for the tag team championship, in my opinion. And if you read all these rumor mill reports, you saw that they wanted Trish to turn heel in SummerSlam. So clearly they fast forwarded that angle, because they're going to say that Trish is the one that took out Lita behind stage, is my assumption, probably in the next week or two to come. And then she turned heel on Becky Lynch as well. So there's a possible storyline, Becky versus Trish, and is something really wrong with Lita and they wrote her off, or did they just hurry up and fast forward that storyline? I'm kind of glad they did, because when you leak a storyline that far in advance, it's anticlimactic to say the least. So this was a good spot. It's smart to put the belts off of them, give Liv Morgan and Rodriguez a chance to take the next step and get some better airtime as well. So I was good with that storyline. Another story that I thought was going to be like, oh, ho hum, it's going to be a squash. Same old. We know who's going to take the pin. Well, the same person I thought was going to take the pin did take the pin. But way did I get it wrong. Holy cow. Alpha Academy against the Usos. Usos, yes, ended up winning. But it did what you're supposed to do. It gave you belief. It gave you hope that the Alpha Academy would indeed come out victor. And they made Chad Gable look strong, having some reverses, putting in some great holds, and just making himself look like not a joke. And he could be an individual superstar, or at least a next level individual, if the opportunity ever presented itself. It sounds, a lot of people are speculating that this is one tag team about to be broken up. So that's the case, then so be it. Usos did come out on top. They had to use tricky teamwork and double teaming to get the 1D, I still want to say 3D, for the victory. But again, the match sucked you in. It was not a 2-minute match. It gave a lot to offer, and you felt this they have a chance. And ultimately, the finish ended as the finish. But that's okay. It was a great match, and which the Usos probably needed to win. The women's #1 contender match with Io Sky, Piper Niven, and Nishan. I thought, okay, well, Bayley stepping out, so that's going to probably make room for Piper Niven. And I was surprised by the finish there of Io taking the victory. Now, this is Bianca Belair's new #1 contender. I think we all probably is going to most likely know what's going to happen next. But still, nice little story, nice little match. It was fun to watch, and it served its purpose. Checking that box. And we finally get to our main event. Kevin Owens on one knee versus Solo Sikoa, and with the Usos in the background for, I feel, is kayfabe purposes, that Matt Riddle and Sami Zayn both were still airport travel stuck and not able to attend the night. So, fun match, good match. Once again, you saw the resilience and heart and fight of Kevin Owens, but the triple teamness that was the Bloodline turned out to be the victor. And magically, all of a sudden, as soon as the match ends, you see camera footage at the back of Sami Zayn and Matt Riddle running from the arena entrances to make the save. Best and most impressive part about that was Matt Riddle not tripping over his stupid flip-flops while running. I was a little surprised by that. Great storyline, pushes the story forward. I told you how I think this might be a 4-man or an 8-man tag match they're setting up. It might just be a 6-man match. Riddle, KO, Sami Zayn versus the Usos and some Sikoa at Backlash. Maybe that's just the route they're going to go. The only other match I didn't really mention was Cody Rhodes calling out Brock Lesnar. Once again, Cody, he can do the microphone thing. I don't want to say nothing new there, but because it was just your standard good. And it looks like Cody's going to be temporarily focusing on Brock now, which I assume is going to be another. If they bring it to Backlash, great. If they wait till whatever is the next premium line event after that, they wait for that. What's your thoughts, people? Share your reactions as well. Obviously, I like tonight. I don't know how you feel. Did you like tonight? Like, subscribe, comment below. Thanks for watching.